Rave Master Haru True 5% by DBCade. I will go ahead and send it over. D10. Take it away.
All right, thank you very much, Soldier Lixan. And yes, I'm running a pretty obscure game right now. This is Rave Master, also known in Japan as Rave Groove Adventure Fighting Live. And my name is DBCade. I run a lot of fighting games and beat 'em ups and retro games quite often. And today I might be a little bit more quiet just because it is 3:30 a.m. in Japan. So I'm not going to be like shouting and screaming at this game like I normally would. But it's this game, actually, I just want to give a quick shout out to the community lately, who's just really Farmington-san. We've got Zara-san, Ray Cord-san, all these runners came in because I've said, look, everybody if you like party fighting games, like, you have to play this game. This is the hidden gem game I found of the year. It's just extremely good. And I'm doing something a little bit risky today. I'm playing the hardest version of this game. So we're actually going to do story mode. I'm just going to try and explain as much as I can about it. But think of this game like Power Stone, but you have this big RNG element. Depending on what will come out during the run, the pathing, the routing is going to change live. So I have to be really paying attention to what items come out, what power-ups come out, and that changes what combos I'll do, what strategies I'll do. So it's a really, really a fun speed run to do. But hard mode is a little bit relentless. And so the reason it's a weird category is hard or true hard percent. If I lose, then we're going to fall into the hard percent category, which the record is 26 minutes. And then if we don't lose, we'll fall into the true hard percent, and we fight the true boss of the game, which the record is held by Zara-san as of last month. Was able to pull it for 19 minutes. So my record on that is 22 minutes. So it's a little bit hard. I have the hard percent record, but I don't have the true hard percent anymore. So anyway, I can see chat. So if you guys are interested about the game or whatever, just, throw it up, and feel free to ask away. Thanks, Shrimp Brain Slime, for hopping in. Yeah, make sure that while you're watching, if you can donate to the cause. I see the donate links are coming up right now. A lot of the staff members put a lot of work into getting this all set up for the fundraisers. I know that we're doing pretty good on donations, but we've got a big goal for this marathon. So if everyone wants to contribute or whatever, and it would help a lot. So I know that I've got some fans watching. Maybe you guys have there's no specific amount you have to give. Anything helps. Anyway, I'm going to get right into the run. Like I said, I'm hype. I have to keep my voice down because I've got a young daughter who's got school tomorrow. My wife's asleep and my dog's on the side. But this game, I'm not kidding. This is one of the best party fighting games I've found in quite a while. So we're going to start the run in just a second. We're going to do hard, and this is hard mode. We don't have to show any settings for the game. Just going to get right into it. So 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so there normally is a story, but we're going to skip through the story. This by the way, this universe takes place in the same one as like Fairy Tale. So you've got like guilds and big bads trying to basically, find relics of power. And we actually start with our weapon is called, it says TCM, that actually stands for the 10 Commandments. So what basically our starting weapon is also kind of weak. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get these power-ups and quickly, or hopefully quickly, get to a place where I can get the double wheel. So if I get the double wheel, which is the best option, the TCM turns into the blue crimson. So now what makes the blue crimson really good is that it can freeze, but it also can do fire damage. So I can do all sorts of infinites. I can stack damage, and it does some of the highest damage in the game. Now you'll notice that under my health bar, that the green health bar, there's another bar. That's my meter gauge. So you can use special moves, or you can use. I got very unlucky there. The AI just picked up a one up. There are a lot of cheap items in this game, and unfortunately, that's RNG. The AI can also get those items, and there's not much I can do about that. But I'm going to try and do a little freeze infinite here. I'm getting a good enemy pattern. We're going to go ahead and he's going to die by fire, not even by our hand. So fire damage and lightning damage do elemental damage after the hit. We don't want the AI getting that one up, so we're going to go ahead and take that. Alright, this AI staggered, so we only got the freeze off once, but sometimes I can do up to 5 hits, and I'll get the freeze. So outside of my normal hits, by the way, there's stagger combos, and then I have a blowback hit, and the blowback hit in this game will steal or knock an item out of the enemy. It could be their weapon, or it could be one of the 3 item slots that they're holding. There's a lot of gauge management in this game as well. I'm going to go ahead and skip the end sequence a bit. We're actually on really good pace right now. Thank you all Ball Day San for the nice good luck. I'm doing pretty good so far. Things are going to get a little bit crazy when we get to the 2v1 stage and then the 2v2 stage. That's kind of where this run falls apart. So the TCM in the beginning, like I said, has some of the slow stuff. The attack isn't too bad, but it is very slow. So unfortunately here I got bodied, and I'm going to take a loss there. That just happens. There's not, unfortunately I wasn't able to break through the enemy's guard, and he's also guarding pretty heavy. But we're going to get back our TCM. The TCM, your own weapon has a higher rate of spawning, and the good thing on Haru's mode is it's supposed to spawn a lot quicker if it does. So I did a little something extra here. I picked up something that's going to give me. You'll see that I've changed my weapon now to the male force. So I actually don't want this weapon, but the reason why I took it is that the blue item in the center that looks kind of like a paw print, that actually heals me. And so ideally I want to drop one of these weapons, but I can't right now, so I'm stuck with it. But my attack has still gone up by 2, but I'm doing single sword damage, so I lose out on the benefit of it. So now I switch out for a red item, and I drop the we'll call it the fire boost, and I picked up physical attack damage to boost my attack even more, and I landed an infinite on our opponent here. You'll see me pick up health bottles sometimes, and you won't usually see me pick up the red, what looks kind of like a power stone, because the power stone gives you gauge, and I'm using that as RNG manipulation to try and get the enemy to. They'll always go for that item if they have the chance. So yeah, this Rave item here, I don't want to pick this up because then I'll turn into the level 3 weapon, but I only want the level 2 weapon with Haru. And there's only a few other characters in the game where their weapons will change. Haru and the final boss King are very unique, and they use the opposite spectrum of items and weapons. It was also a very excellent round that went really smooth. I'm probably going to show off in the next round, unless I somehow get godlike RNG, a knife infinite. So one of the other really good items in this game is just picking up the lightning, which is the red equip section, or the fire, and then equipping that with knife. And then basically what you do is you can try and time it based on based on the pattern that the enemy has fallen into. You can try and time uh, the hits in a way. It's kind of like a 1-2 repetition, or a 1-2-3-4 repetition. It's extremely difficult to do. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get I'm trying to survive, and I'm trying to get that knife. But unfortunately, I got the glitch where I hit the corner and my character sprite shifted ever so slightly. But now I'm gonna get the knife, and okay, she's cracked out, so we're not gonna get that one. So I'm gonna run away just for a little bit. Oof, that's not good. So he has his special is this big slam that comes out, you just saw, and it hits the whole screen. But we're gonna actually kill him off here, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this health restore item, and we're just gonna do a little bit of a ring around the rosy and try and bait them together so that they'll attack each other, because they don't have their starting items anymore. And so I'm going to use that to my advantage. You'll see that my health gauge is slowly going up. You can quickly lose this level, and the AI is usually quite perfect about when they'll hit you. So now I killed one of them. So now I'm going to try and do knife infinite, and we should be able to pop off and hopefully get a. Oh no, I don't want him to respawn yet. I don't want to fight both of them at the same time. Yeah. Obviously, the ideal situation is to pick them off one by one, and then his main characters in this game, by the way, have main weapons, and Rosa actually starts with her knife, which is one of the best weapons in the game, as you can see. As infinite. Actually, hers is it's called Dancing Wolf, and then okay, all right, we're gonna use some specials here and knock their items out of their hand, because I don't like that they're powering up. Not going to go for infinite here. I'm just going to try and think about the speed run, and I'm getting countered, which is extremely unlucky. Doing pretty good. 1-on-1 stock. Oof, I got my weapon knocked out of me, so I've got to get to a better position. Again, if I lose that weapon, things can go downhill really, really fast. This is the hardest mode in the game. It's not the hardest story mode. Those categories are separate because, each character has quite different battles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have one more hit coming up. Hopefully we get a good pattern, and we can go ahead and clear this. Believe it or not, this is actually a good pace for this level. She has no items. Oh no, she has jump cloud. Okay, so she has an interesting item. She picked up the it looks like a cloud on like a blue cloud. What that actually does, it gives you invincibility when you jump. But when you jump, then you use energy. I'm going to try and talk about all the items in this game, but as you can see, there's just so much to talk about, and it really goes quick. Early when I picked up this game, I wasn't the first runner for this game, but I kind of fell in love with it, and I realized there was just a lot of routing to be done. So the first thing was to do was route all the combos that you can do with each weapon, and I think there's probably more that you can do, especially on the corner. Walls in this game tend to bounce a little strange, so you can do a couple things. Another interesting thing about combos in this game is when you land your 1-2-3 combo, when the enemy lands, you'll see that they'll have a little animation where their knees kind of bend down and their legs aren't straight. If you try and hit them during that, you'll unfortunately knock them down. So what you want to do is you really want to thanks, you're gonna hit me. Well, my ally hit me because it's an idiot, but we'll come back in a second. We're gonna let him just go 8. So if you hit too early, you're doing an air reset in this game is not a good thing. All right, that's a self-destruct super move, so we're just not going to be anywhere near that, and we're going to let him kill his own allies. Sometimes the AI will be really stupid, and that's what we're hoping for. You can see this little like short tubby guy here. He's a little bit of a pain because what he does if he gets the nature ability, which actually his ally's holding, his super, it homes on all characters on the screen and will actually almost instant KO. So one of the strongest supers, but we're going to use our ultimate super and call down some meteors from the sky and try and clean up. So our ally is actually Musica as our ally, but Musica has this attack where his special attack where he summons a whirlwind when he's holding his main weapon, where you saw, and it actually he's invincible 100% during it. Not only is he invincible, he has it homes onto the enemy. So just a really ridiculous character, a really annoying character to deal with. Unfortunately, my ally has died, so I'm at a huge disadvantage now. And the opponent has the steal option. Think of it like from Smash Brothers, like Metal Mario. So basically, can't get knocked back. Very, very dangerous ability. And he's got a homing ball ability, which, as you can see, just huge projectile on the screen that I have very little answer to. Seems I've lost most of my items. I don't want to give him the blue paw because that's healing. No items on the screen right now, so my best option here is to run away. I could try and do some jump attacks, but unfortunately, that's actually not the best option here. Okay, everyone's gotten items. Not exactly what I was intending, but I'm just gonna try and. The really good thing about Male Force's the level 3 item with Haru is that its knockout ability is it reaches really, really far. We got out of that. We actually lost. Okay, you're gonna see the super move I was talking about. So there is no way for me to avoid this. I'm going to get hit no matter what. And the problem is that they knock items out of me. So luckily I ran far enough away that not the whole thing didn't hit me, but yeah, not very friendly. Alright, so I've got Tom Fuzz now. Again, this is one of those games where you just have to think on the fly. So I've got Tom Fuzz now, and Tom Fuzz's special weapon is bullets. So what I want to do is I want to knock my enemy to the wall, and I'm going to try and juggle them in the corner with Tom Fuzz shot, which I'm doing pretty well here right now. Unfortunately, there is a hazard in the stage. You probably noticed that there's planes flying around here that are just shooting bullets. They're extremely annoying, and there's nothing I can do to stop them. So yeah, not promoting gun violence, but someone else busts out a gun, you better have one ready. Especially in this game. Because if you Tom Fuzz are a little bit annoying because it's full screen projectiles. So those other sword weapons, unless you have meter, you're not going to be able to hit. All right, we actually got through the really, really hard part of this game. So we are still on pace to get a world record, or at least PB. Seekheart is, I wouldn't say he's a great character because you don't want to use items with him. However, he does have a little trick on his third attack it will automatically correct to hit you. But once you kind of get all the items you need and everything, 1v1, this character really is never an issue. And then I'm using a weapon that has like a homing cloud on it. One thing that you can do with one sword swings is you can do normally you can do a two hit attack. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna get our dual weapon right now. I'm gonna go ahead and super just to make sure that I get the victory here, and I also get a little bit of heal time. So now you'll see this character, by the way, like I said, Seacart doesn't use a weapon. So if the enemy ever does pick up a weapon, it's always to my advantage. But they use magical attacks, and the only really dangerous thing about Seacart is its ultimate magic attack, which is turns the whole screen to. I mean, think of it like Law's move from One Piece, where where he says "room." It's basically room, and when you're in that circle, you have to watch out. Anything can kill you. I couldn't infinite him with the ice because I let him burn a little bit too long, but that was a true infinite just now. One more kill. If you're running and you change direction too fast, that's when you get that kind of Disney run animation. But for the most part, controls in this game are really, really nice. Any mistake is usually my own. If I'm screaming, it's usually because I'm just not getting the items that I want. And as far as like the speedrun goes, it's a game that really rewards a player for understanding the game and practicing their combos, which each weapon that will then be available in the stage, and you don't know it's going to be available. That's the RNG part. I have seen runs where TCM you've seen the blue sphere come out. I mean, the best thing would be is if lightning. Technically, if the physical, the red icon with the fist item came out, the power up for the blue health and the wing power up, the yellow with the wings on it. If I was able to get those, it would be a completely different run. The enemy we're fighting right now uses their fist, and I have to be very, very careful because it tends to be a little bit better with counters. But again, if it picks up a weapon, that actually locks this character out of using its specials or out of using its ultimate attack, which is the best. So this character can actually do a dive kick homing special. You saw the flame attack in the beginning, and then it kind of has like a suplex throw. Think of like Garuda from Power Stone. That's how I would compare this character. And just overall having really good punches. Some of the characters that don't start out with weapons, you would think they would be weaker, but their normals are so good, you actually have to end up respecting them more. That Flame Breath is like the only bad special, though. The special is kind of garbage. But luckily, I'm stacking flame damage, so I don't have to be as aggressive. I can just play smart. I'm pretty excited we're going to get to show off True Hard Percent at a marathon. I had played this before, and I had to show off Hard Percent, so much speed. It's really good luck right now. This is the first time in a marathon I get to show off the actual True Hard ending. Which King is a pushover, but Beast King is the final boss of this game, and it's I'm gonna need some RNG or some speed running prayers, because that is a boss that if I get knocked away and he decides to do vomit beam on me, we call it vomit beam in the community, against the wall, I have no chance. It's pretty much game over. But here's the if I had lost, this would be the final boss. Uh, but King is interesting because King uses the completely like I said, the opposite set of weapons, but has the exact same attack speed and damage that I do. So the weapon that uses Decarogos. Decarogos is well, it's pretty interesting. It's the same weapon that we have, but we're getting our. I took a lot of damage there though. So if I respawn right next to my weapons, I can pick them up. If I don't, unfortunately, it's going to reset this. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get TCM again. A little bit scary because the boss has full meter, and I don't know what King's going to do. So you probably noticed that I think it's Puru. Is Puru can help us sometimes, and can sometimes drop weapons, sometimes attack for us, all sorts of things on the stage. So that's another RNG factor. I don't know 100% what impacts him to attack, but it tends not to be whether or not you're winning or losing. That seems to have no bearing on either outcome. All right, so this attack on its own isn't the greatest, but what I'm doing right now is I'm staggering with the effect, not with this actual sword, because I get an extra free hit, which means with that set, the enemy could not counter me. But now we have our blue crimson, so we're pretty much guaranteed a win right now. And we're also being really lucky because the enemies only picked up one life up. We haven't really seen life ups come into play here. You cannot spawn camp in this game, by the way. So normally you might be able to, you would think, be able to like stand in a certain position and then 100% hit them when they come up, but it is completely random where they spawn on the stage. This stage is also really nice because there's pretty much there are no hazards. There's just some wall glitches. So I was in the middle of talking about one thing that could be rad is there's a glitch in this game in almost, I think it's in 100% of the stages. I haven't tested this one as much, but if you push yourself or the enemy into a wall, if you clip into it in any amount, you will be teleported to certain parts of the stages. And all of a sudden, you will just fly to another part of the stage. Sometimes it'll be right next. And so one thing I've been trying to test on the side is how to actually push myself on purpose out so that I could then maybe do some different kind of infinites with other weapons, or just make it so that I'm at the perfect, like it can extend other combos. So the final boss, King, you'll see that vomit being come out. We do not want that coming up, whatever. This boss can kill you in 2 combos, and vomit being in 4. And you can do it on wake up as much as I want. So I did use a knockback attack there, but that's just to push him against the wall. So I need to pray that my weapons come out as quickly as possible. And I don't really want to let him do his own thing. And if I do, I've got to jump like my life depended on it to get away from it. So I'm going to take a death here. That's okay. Again, I'm not really getting the weapons I need, so it's not worth it to try and fight. I do need my AI ally to step up and actually do some work. Yeah, please give me my weapon. I don't know why we took his weapon. Yeah, the beam also goes through walls. That's another thing. All right, we've got knife here. So if I can get, I could let Gale try and take. Oh, that magic pixel. Okay. Let's see. Let's go with these. That's not nice. My AI kicking me out of my own weapon. Not very nice. We're gonna let Gale fight for a second here and either die or win. I'm already at half health. The good thing is, if I die here, I just continue at this spot. Yeah. That's the final boss for you. But the good thing is we don't. If I lost anywhere before this, we wouldn't get to see the true ending. That's unfortunate. My ally actually really got in the way of the fight, kicking the weapon out of me twice actually. But we'll make up for it here. Don't take that. No, it's taking my weapons. That's another problem right now. Usually what would happen is I would get my weapons and I would not care if there was friendly fire. Wow. King Beast also doesn't have ultimate attack, but I mean, you can kind of tell why. Doesn't really need one. Alright, we're gonna try and go up here. I got the steal effect here because I can actually take less damage during it as well. However, that move is... Ooh, where is my special? Okay, we're about to go dancing in a second here. Again, the steal really saving me right now, but I'm on a bad boss pattern. Gale is doing absolutely nothing. Best ally ever. TCM spawn that my allies taking TCM from me because why not? I don't need it. I'm only on one stock. Oh gosh. Alright. Unfortunately I'm out, so we have to just wait. Hope Gale's not gonna win this. So we just gotta wait a second. I've never seen Gale come through. I don't know why Gale just does not do anything. He doesn't care. Take a breather. Hope everyone's having a good day. Oh, nice. You got a donation? Okay, I'll put on speaker.
Anonymous, who said, some parties are raves, but not all raves are parties. Ganbare DBCade.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Ganbarimasu. Yeah, I would say that, yeah, maybe when you're fighting a king beast, it's not quite a party. Thank you very much for your donation. If you're curious about running this game, we need more runners. I think for like 2 weeks, this was the, like, not 2, probably like a week, I would say. It was like the most run game on speedrun. We just had like so many runs because they're just, the categories weren't adding all that. And we need more runners. We need more, like, routing of the situations. And it's really a fun game. I can't stress it enough. And I would just say, if you think this looks easy, try hard mode yourself. For the free mode, by the way, I would say that Beast King, once you unlock him, is probably the best character for free mode, but he's not available in story mode, obviously. Alright, so we got lightning. We're gonna do some custom stuff here. Sorry, I'm not gonna be... Gale is screwing me a little bit too much, so I just don't care about Gale's feelings anymore. You better not friendly fire me. I'm almost tempted to kill him right now. He's gotten in my way so much. That's not... It's like, okay... It's technically 2v1, but it doesn't feel like that. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna... He laid it... Okay, no, he's dead. He's dead. If the Beast King doesn't kill him, I'm going to. He laid a trap on me. I thought we're supposed to be a team. I don't understand this hostility. The good thing is we've got a health item, so if I can get one more... There's the beam right away. Beam can spread about, I would say, close to 90 degrees across the stage. It is a true infinite once you get hit to the wall, though. That is the sad part. you actually have 0 options. We're both swinging our swords like idiots here. Alright, I'm going to use my special. So if you hold the special while you're holding the Chiffrion, it zooms. You can do it up to 3 times. Use quite a bit of the gauge, but as you see here, it once the first hit goes in, it goes on. Why are you hitting items out of me? We're a team. All right. Gale coming in with the end. That's GG. 31-28 for True Hard. That is pretty good. Again, 22 is my PB, and 19 minutes is the record by Zara. But I'm super glad that I got to show this off for the first time at a marathon. I didn't get to show off all the infinites with the moves. I got pretty good RNG at the beginning. But if you're curious, definitely go check out some of the characters. Each character, like I said, starts with their own weapon. So they play completely differently based on that. And I have the damage about it. Thank you very much, Zozolek-san, for the GG. Thank you everyone for watching. So, yeah, it's a cool game. You can really approach this how you want, and you can just have a fun time with it. And if you just put a little practice in it, you probably can do the infinites as well, or come up with some maybe better like wall trap strategies and things like that. But for the most part, everything that I wanted to show off was luckily showed off in this run. So, yeah, if anyone has any like questions later or wants to run it, feel free to ask me. I also stream on my channel. I don't know if it'll be put there later, but I stream pretty much every day recently. We've been going a little bit hard on some rare games. And it's a bilingual channel, so you can come in speaking usually English and Japanese. It's a good chance for you to not only learn about games, but maybe language too. And if I'm not on a 16-hour, 18-hour stream, I'm usually really hyped. So, yeah, it's always just like a crazy time. My daughter, dogs, everyone's coming. So there's always like noise in the background, but in the best fun way. That my house is like the party, but not quite a rave. Other things to say about this is, yeah, shout out to Farmington-san for also coming back to the game and pulling some more runners. And big shout outs to the anime speedrun community for all the support. And we had a lot of runners sign up to this marathon, so it was really nice to see that. I don't have anything else really to add. Just enjoy the music. This game has also a fantastic soundtrack. It is a Konami game, so that's to be expected. If you're interested in purchasing this game, the North American edition is called Rave Master again, and it's about $60. And then inbox I think it's a little bit pricey, but you can probably find it for $60. Well worth it. It goes up in price. The Japanese version is much cheaper. You can find a used copy for like $5, and then new it's like $15 or $20 around that. So really great game. I can't recommend it enough. And there's some other Game Boy games out there for Rave Master as well if you're interested in the series. I have not really read on that anime. I'm kind of fraudulent in that, but as far as the games go, it's excellent. And I hope that there's that speedrun running for reals comes back again, and next time I can show off maybe like my hidden gem for that year, because I'm sure I'll have one. So thank you again for the donations and hanging out, and I hope everyone has good RNG on their runs. And yeah, take care. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that run, DBCade. Even at the extremely late / early hour.
Yes, yeah.
We're scheduled for.
Yeah, 4:13 a.m. But it was worth it. It was worth it. I got the show all but off. So, yeah.
All right. Well, we will go. go to an intermission, and we'll be right back with Colin McRae Rally 2.0.
Oh, good luck. And yeah, stick around, everyone.